UP Los Baños student. At ngayon lumalabas kasamang Eddie, kasamang Jen, dahil nga wala pala dito yung mga resource person at naroon na sa pagdinig ng Senado, mga undersecretaries lamang din yung dumalo ngayon sa briefing ng komite. Lumalabas na mula January 2014 hanggang August 2019, mula nga lang ipatupad itong GCTA, nasa 2,159 na yung mga napalaya. Itong 2,159 ay mga heinous crimes kasamang Eddie, kasamang Jen. Ito yung mga kaso ng rape, parricide, murder, kidnapping, bribery, destructive arson, Dangerous Drugs Act, at iba pa. At mayroong provision sa GCTA Law na excluded yung mga charge ng heinous crime na mag-avail ng good conduct time allowance. Nagkakaroon lamang ng kalituhan kanina sa mga pagtatanong ng mga kongresista kung paano nila in-interpret ang batas. Lumalabas na kung yung charge pa lamang ng heinous crime ay excluded o hindi dapat mapa sa ilalim sa GCTA, what more kapag convicted ka na sa heinous crime. So yun yung hindi malinaw kanina dahil marami nga sa mga convicted ng heinous crime ang napalaya na mula 2014 at 2019. Sinabi dito ni Congressman Alfredo Garbin na kung pinag-aralan sana ng DOJ at ng Bucor ay matagal na sanang hindi nagbenepisyo sa mga convicted sa heinous crimes itong mga napalaya. So since 2013, mali na yung interpretasyon ng batas at lumalabas niya na kailangan ay may mapanagot dito. So even before pa kasamang Eddie, kasamang Jen, hindi lamang itong yung kasalukuyang Bucor Chief ni Canor Paeldon ang dapat ding ma-question dahil marami din mula nung previous administration ay marami din sa mga may kaso ng heinous crimes ang napalaya.
So pati si Senator Bato de la Rosa.
Yes,
kasi yun ang sinundan ni Ginoong Paeldon, di ba?
Ano ulit kasamang Eddie?
So pati ang binabanggit mo, pati si Senator Bato de la Rosa dapat ding imbestigahan at papanagutin kung meron mang pagkakasala.
Yes, possible kasamang Eli kasi since 2014 hanggang itong kasalukuyan, August, marami yung napalaya sa heinous crime under GCTA. Ang nakalagay sa provision, kapag charge ka, hindi ka dapat kasama. So yung palang, charge pa lang yun. Pero what more kapag convicted na hindi kasi nakalagay doon sa GCTA law. Kaya ang nangyari, siguro dahil iba yung interpretasyon nila ng GCTA law, marami sa mga
sinadyang
na krimen.
Rajuman Conde, talagang sinadyang pinalusutan lang ng batas. Pinalusutan lang yan.
Ito pa, ang nakakalungkot din dito kasamang Eli nung una, prospective application. Ibig sabihin, kung 2013 na ipatupad itong GCTA law, yung mga after ng implementation ng batas, yun lamang yung magbe-benefit sa GCTA. Hindi siya dapat retroactive, pero pinalitan, naging retroactive.
Hindi, kaya naging retroactive yan, Rajuman Conde, dahil sa merong naging ruling dyan ng Supreme Court lumabas ngayong June.
Naglatag din sila ng guidelines, ayon naman DOJ Undersecretary Deo Marco, sinunod naman nila yung guidelines, nag-comply naman sila. Ito yung naging sagot naman sa parte ng DOJ. Sa ngayon, same din yung mga ipinalabas na tawag nito na mga figures doon sa Senate, dito rin sa ipinipresenta dito sa House Committee on Justice. Mamaya, babalik ulit tayo para sa ilan pang update or kung ano man yung bago dito sa ginagawang organizational meeting ng House Committee on Justice. Supposedly, dapat dito a-attend sina Paeldon, sina Secretary Eduardo Año at Justice Secretary Leonardo Guevara. Nakakommit na sila last week pa, pero dahil sa nagkaroon kahapon at pinagpatuloy ngayon yung Senate hearing, kaya ayun, mas priority yung Senate. And then ito ay briefing na lamang itong nangyayari dito sa House Committee on Justice.
At saka inaayos pa yung yung ino-organize pa yung committee. Ipapublish pa yan, kaya wala pa. Diba, sa House?
Yes, kasamang Ed.
Okay.
Yan.
Okay, salamat.
Yan mo na ang update, wala pa rin dito sa Kamara. Radyo lang sa iyo. Conde Batak, Tatak RMN, DZL 558.
DZXL Report.
Oras na po natin, 10:23 na ho ng umaga. Ito na partner, nagsimula na yung dyan sa Senado.
Oo. Ito'y alamin po natin mula naman kay XL Rajuman Uno Grace Mariano.
DZXL Report.
Kasamang Grace.
DZXL Special Coverage.
Grace. Okay, sige, pakinggan natin yung hearing dyan po sa Senado.
I saw on television, Your Honor.
Yes, but including his staying in the Kabul with air condition, wearing shades, wearing a watch. Didn't you see that personally?
I saw those violations, Your Honor. I don't know where I was at that time, but those are the reasons why I stopped it, because I looked for them and they were not there. I asked the staff of the Bucor, and they cannot produce those records.
The fact is, none of those violations are reflected in the records.
The records, sir, I cannot find anyone, sir.
I'm sorry?
Any records of those violations, they were not.
They were
properly
not.
recorded.
There were, in other words, he was really a good prisoner on basis of the records.
If you only look at the records, sir, that appears to be, but there are
So-
other references, Your Honor.
Either there was corruption or there was negligence, because it is obvious that there was a lot of violation. In any case, you were also, media reports also indicated that you talked to the Sanchez family. Now, the Sanchez family is here. Have we placed them under oath, Mr. Chairman? Okay.
That is the first thing.
May I ask if indeed anybody in the Sanchez family can answer this? Nag-usap ba kayo ni Mr. Feldon?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please identify yourself.
I, Sanchez.
Elvira, that's the wife. You're the wife, right?
Yes, I'm the wife of Mayor.
Thank you.
I'm the wife of former Mayor Antonio Sanchez.
Pinuntahan niyo ba si Director Feldon noong panahon na pinag-uusapan yung pagpalaya kay Mayor Sanchez?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, it was dated August 21 when we went to his office to clarify the things that we heard about the news that my husband is about to release. And then he told me na, Mrs. Upo muna kayo kasi we went to sa office niya. Sabi, Mrs. Upo muna tayo. Sabi ko, Director.
Sorry po, can you speak closer to the microphone?
Can the page please bring the microphone closer to her because she's not familiar with the terrain. So make sure that
Okay.
she's speaking into the microphone.
I told him, Director, andito po kaming pamilya ni Mayor Sanchez to clarify things. Kasi kahapon narinig namin na lalaya ng asawa namin. Because somebody texted me na he's about to release. And then, ang sagot pa ho niya sa amin, Mrs. Sanchez, hindi ko alam yan, pero hinold ko yung proseso ng pagpapalabas. Kasi, may bago akong direktiba sa baba na first in, first out. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, Director, ano yung first in, first out? Sabi niya, kung sino yung mauna na pumasok, siyang maunang lalabas. Ang sabi ko naman sa kanya, ay bakit to si Asnan, kalabas na? Ay 1997 ho yun. That was actually what I said to him. Ang sabi ni Director, mabait naman ho si Director, very accommodating siya nung kinakausap namin. Ang sabi niya sa akin, hindi ko alam yun. Sabi niya gano'n. And then, he said na, kasi minsan matitigas ang ulo dyan sa baba. Yung sinabi niya, that is actually what he said to me. And then sabi ko, ay paano yun, Director? Kasi, ano na ho nangyari? Ba't yung nagkaganon? Hindi ho na nakalabas ang asawa ko kahapon. Ano sabi niya sa akin? Mrs., pag ho talagang qualified ko si Mayor, pwede ho siya makalabas within 2 months. Ang sabi ko, ang tagal naman ho, kasi ho, gusto ko sana makalabas ng si Mayor kasi ho, meron siyang sakit, kasi may chronic kidney failure siya. At the same time, si Mayor ho ay may katarata. Hindi na ho siya nakakabasa, ay baka ho mabulag pa. Ang sabi naman ng sabi ni Director, Mrs., pag mo talagang qualified ho siya, poprosesohan natin yung papers niya at siya yung makakalabas din. Kasi yan naman ho batas. We're just following the batas, sabi niya gano'n. Ngayon, kami naman di tumutupad lang, di kung magreklamo sila, sa Supreme Court sila pumunta. Sabi niya gano'n. Di yun ang napapasapan namin. Di, sabi nung mga ano ko, Director, paano pag malalaman namin kung ang asawa ko ilalabas? Ang sabi niya, hindi naman yung malalaman yan. Kasi ang lumalabas, binibigyan lang namin ng, lumalabas na, malalaman nyo lang nakalabas ng ₱1.
Excuse me. You are narrating something and you're not near the microphone. So, kung pwede lang, hindi namin naintindihan ni Senator
I'm sorry po, Your Honor.
Dahan-dahan lang at sabihin nyo sa amin, sino nagsabi sa inyo, may nag-text sa inyo, sino yun? Unknown. On the basis of an unknown call, you would like us to have it believe, may tumawag sa inyo, pupunta kayo kagad doon sa preso, lalabas na yung asawa ko? Totoo ba yun?
Opo, kasi po, Your Honor, a week before na manyari incident na yan, nagpapalabas na po sila because of that Republic Act 10593.
Pero nagpapalabas may
sorry
sulat.
po.
Paano ba, di ba pinapadala ng sulat, lalabas yung asawa mo?
Wala po. Kasi tinanong din po namin yung Director kung paano po yung policy ng pagpapalabas.
I will deal with you later, but I'll let Senator Dillon.
I'm sorry, I could hardly understand what he was saying, and I leave it to the chairman to ask the questions on that particular point because I could not ask clarificatory questions.
Yes, with your permission.
Yes, please go ahead. I mean, sorry, you're the chairman. You can.
No, not because
Yeah,
of that.
but
I
anyway,
just want to follow up.
I'm asking for assistance from the chairman.
Let me ask you a simple question. Sabi niyo may tumawag sa iyo. Based on that, pupunta kayo sa Bukay
Your
Sabado?
Honor, text po.
O, nag-text. Hindi niyo kilala, pupunta kayo?
Kasi nga po, Your Honor,
Answer the question. Kilala niyo ba yung nag-text o hindi?
hindi po.
O, based on that, dadali mo yung buong pamilya mo, dadali mo August 21. Samantalang August 20.
Your Honor, that was August 20.
Oh, so binago niyo na ngayon, August 20 na ngayon.
The release order, I'm sorry. That was August 20, that was Tuesday.
Nung pumunta kayo?
Opo, hapon.
Sino-sino kayo nagpunta?
My daughter and my...
Sino ang daughter? Sabihin niyo pangalan.
My daughter, Councilor Abby Maritoni Sanchez, and the former Councilor Alan Antonio Sanchez.
Oh, ano ang
and the
nangyari?
other-
Pinuntahan niyo siya. Madali naman kayo nakalapit sa kanya.
Hindi po namin nakita si Mayor po o si Director.
Director,
Hindi po, anong araw po yan, hindi po namin siya nakausap.
ang tanong sa
Kinabukasan
inyo
na
ni
po.
Senator Dillon, nakausap niyo ba si Director Faeldon bago nakinausap niyo na, nakiusap ba kayo?
Kinabukasan po namin siya nakausap.
Ano yung kinabukasan?
August 21.
21.
Opo.
Before that,
Never po namin siya nakausap.
hindi niyo siya nakakausap?
Never po.
Hindi kayo nagpupunta sa kanya?
Hindi po.
Wala kayo pinapaabot sa kanya?
Wala po.
Ma'am, you're under oath, ha?
Opo.
O, sige. O, so, nagpunta kayo August 21. Anong ginawa niyo doon sa August 21?
Sa office po niya.
O, nakapasok kayo kagad.
Opo, di po. Nakipag-appointment po kami sa baba kasi po before na pumunta sa kanya, kailangan namin mag-register doon sa logbook na we want to talk to...
Kaya nga,
Dr.
pagdating niyo
Faeldon.
doon, napakalakas naman niyo. Pagdating niyo doon, gusto kong makausap si
Hindi
Director.
po.
Ano?
Actually po, una nga, sinabi, hindi namin pwede makausap si Director.
Mm.
Kasi, busy o may ginagawa. Tapos po, nag-antay kami almost 15 minutes. Dun
15 minutes?
Opo, almost 15 minutes po kami nag-antay. Then after na, mamaya, po namin doon sa parang tinatawag doon sa baba. Paki-follow up naman, baka pwede namin makausap si Director kasi may itatanong lang kami. Mamaya tumawag uli yung naando sa sa information. Mamaya sabi niya, si Sanchez, pwede na daw niya siyang kausapin. At
Ma'am,
nakakita po kami
kilala
sa
niyo ba si Director Faeldon bago kayo nagpunta diyan? Kilala niyo?
Personally, hindi po pa namin siya
Tinatanong ko lang, hindi personally. Do you know her?
Opo.
Do you know him?
Opo, siya po ang director nung...
Nakakausap mo siya doon?
Never pa po namin siya nakakausap.
Yung mga anak niyo, nakakausap siya?
Never po.
And you're trying to tell and make the committee believe na pagdating niyo doon, maghihintay lang kayo ng 15 minutes, makakapasok kayo sa opisina ng direktor.
Yan po talaga nangyari, Your Honor.
Alright, sige.
Hindi po kami
I'm just trying to
nagsisinungaling.
clarify. O tuloy niyo, pagpasok niyo sa kanya, ano nangyari?
Yun nga po, pinapasok kami nung sekretaryo, staff po niya.
Mm.
Andun po siya. Tapos sabi niya, Mrs. Sanchez, anong Kailangan, yun nga, sabi namin, Direktor, kasama ko po yung anak ko, si Councilor Abby Maritoni Sanchez, saka si former Councilor Alan Sanchez. Ayun, sabi niya, upo kayo, misis. Pinupo niya kami doon sa parang sofa. Nag-usap na ho kami.
O tapos, ano pinag-usapan niya?
Yun nga, to clarify things na nabalitaan niya ho namin kahapon na yung asawa kong aho is about to release, pero hindi ho nakalabas. Ano ho nangyari? Yun ho, yun talaga ang totoong pangyayari ho. Ngayon, sabi nga niya sa akin, hindi nga, na-hold nga daw yung papapalabas kasi nga ho, nagkaroon siya ng bagong direktiba na ang lalabas ay first in, first out. Yun yung po in-explain niya sa amin. Tapos,
So hindi niya sinabi sa inyong, hindi pa lalabas yan?
wala po siyang binigay na assurance na hindi makakalabas. Ang sinabi lang po niya,
na sure, tatalingin niya, may narinig kami. Ganun ba sabi mo?
Ah.
Lalabas na. Ano sabi niya?
sabi niya, ano? Yun na nga, yun ang sinabi niya nga ho.
Ha?
First in, first out nga ho. Ang kailangan lumabas.
Yun yung sagot niya. Tapos?
Yun na nga ho. Tapos sinabi niya, kailan mo kaya pwede, sinabi ko pala, kailan mo pwedeng makalabas ng si Mayor kasi nabalitaan ho namin na lalabas na ho siya dapat kahapon. Ay sabi niya, at kung qualified si Mayor, within 2 months, makakalabas siya. Kasi,
Ano sabi niya?
within 2 months, makakalabas siya kung qualified si Mayor.
Sinabi niya sa dyaryo, within 2 months, ano?
Kasi 11,000 yung lalabas na yan. Ngayon, pinoproseso namin yung mga papers na yan.
Sinabi niya sa inyo yan, 11,000 ang lalabas.
No,
Talaga may kaututong dila kayo, no? Malapit kayo, no?
hindi po. Kasi bakit naman pa talaga
11,000
sila.
sasabihin sa'yo, hindi mo ang tinatanong yun eh. Ang tinatanong mo lang, lalabas na ba?
Kasi
Ang sagot doon, hindi dapat, di ba? Pero sinabi niya sa inyo, in 2 months lalabas.
kung qualified
Siya,
po
he
siya.
volunteered the information.
Kung qualified
He
po.
volunteered the information. In 2 months lalabas siya.
Opo.
Di natuwa kayo.
Siyempre po.
Ano sinabi niyo?
Dito ang tuwa, pero sabi pa nga naman ni salamat ho, Direktor, kung makakalabas po ang asawa namin. Kasi may sakit nga ho ang asawa ko. Kasi gusto ho namin naman siya mapagamot. Kasi nga ho, may katarata. Hindi na ho siya nakakakita. Hindi nakakakita, nakakabasa. Ngayon, kung lalabas na ang asawa ko, salamat ho na marami, mapapagamot namin
Tapos
siya.
umalis na kayo.
Hindi ho.
Ano?
Medyo pinag-usapan pa nga ho namin tungkol doon kasi sabi nga niya ho, may order nga daw sa taas na congested na nga ho yung bilibid. May sabi niya, kailangan daw i-proseso na agad yung lalabas na yon. Yung 11,000 na yon within 2 months.
Hindi ba sinabi mo kanina, bakit yung sigarilyo lumabas na? Bakit ang asawa ko hindi lumabas?
Doon mo sa first in, first out na sinabi niya.
Ha?
Doon po sa sinabi niyang first in, first out.
O ba't di mo sinabi ganyan na may sinabi mo sa kanya, sigarilyo, sino yung lumabas na alam mo?
Yun na sinabi ko kasi
Sino yung sinabi mo lumabas na?
si Mr. Asnar po.
Asnar.
Opo.
Alam mo lumabas yun? So sinigil mo si Director Pael doon, nakalabas na si Asnar.
Kasi po may nagsabi sa amin kasi almost 26 years na po akong dumadalo doon. Kahit po paano, yung mga dalaw mo doon, may nagbibida sa amin na, uy, si Mayor malapit na kasi sinaas na nakalabas na.
Sino nagsabi sa'yo nan?
Mga asawa ho ng mga preso, ng mga dalaw ho. Kasi kami ho doon, para na ho kami magkakapatid ng mga dalaw. Kaya pag mo nakita-kita, sasabihin, uy, lalabas na si Mayor, malapit na. Uy, si Asna nakalabas na. Ganun mo, Your Honor, ang aming mga bidahan doon.
Okay. Andiyan ba si Alan?
Opo.
Before
Go ahead, please.
Sinabi niyo po na nakatanggap kayo ng text, Mrs. Tama po ba yan?
Opo, Your Honor.
Nakatanggap kayo ng text. Hindi niyo kilala kung sino ang nagpadala ng text.
Hindi po talaga, kasi nga po,
Hindi
sa
mo
ano
kilala.
kasi-
Basta hindi mo kilala.
hindi po talaga kilala.
Numero lang ang lumabas sa telephone, sa cellphone mo.
Opo.
Numero lang.
Opo.
Dala mo ba yung cellphone mo?
Actually nga po, kanina lang wala na po akong cellphone.
Ano?
Kasi kanina lang po, kasi
Kanina lang na nawala ang cellphone mo.
Hindi po nawala. Binasa ko po, tinanggal ko po ang SIM card. Kasi pag-gising ko kanina, After yung hearing na to, ang dami na nag-text na sa akin. May mga death threat na kami. Kaya ang ginawa ko, syempre at burst of my emotion, ay tanggalin ko na lang itong SIM card ko. Tanggal na lang ako ng cellphone.
So tinanggal mo ang text message sa telepono mo?
Hindi ko po
Binura mo?
tinanggal.
Ha?
Your Honor, hindi ko po tinanggal ang message. Ang tinanggal ko po, ang SIM card ko at binato ko na po yung cellphone ko. Dahil sa sobrang galit ko na po. Kasi po, almost 2 weeks na po yan na ang dami na nagtetext sa amin. Pati nga ho, Facebook, deactivate na rin po ako. Pati
Don't bring us to other points. Simple lang po ang tanong. Yun po sinasabi nyo na nakatanggap kayo ng text, hindi nyo kilala, numero lang. Tinatanong ko po, dala nyo ba ang inyong telepono kung saan lumabas yung text message na nanggaling sa isang source na hindi nyo kilala? Dala nyo po ba?
Wala na nga po, Your Honor. Yung
Wala
cellphone
na
ko.
yung mensahe.
Opo, wala na rin po.
Yung number nung nag-text, nasa iyo pa ba?
Hindi ko na po sa ulo.
Ano, no?
Under number nga eh.
Oh, sige nga. Maybe our expert on text message on telephone.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
can you write down your cell phone number and just give it to the page?
Opo.
The Sergeant at Arms, will you send someone?
Ipakisurat lang ng...
Anong araw niyo natanggap yung text?
Excuse me, yung telepono na tumanggap ng text number.
Opo, isa lang naman po ang number ko eh.
Yon, sige. Please give it...
Oo. At saka kung anong araw mo natanggap,
anong araw mo natanggap yung
sabi
text?
mong text na hindi mo kilala kung saan ang galing.
Sabi mo August 20 o
August
August
20
19?
po ng hapon.
August 20 ng hapon. Alright.
Kasi, ma'am,
Pwede na matrace yun.
pakibigay lang ng numero ng telepono mo. Kasi kung nagsisinungaling po kayo, mahuhuli namin kayo eh.
Opo.
Kaya magsabi ka na ng totoo. Sige, bigyan mo lang yung bigay mo lang
Numero.
yung numero mo.
At saka yung ibang cellphone nyo. Ilan ang cellphone nyo? Isa lang ba?
Your Honor, isa lang po ang cellphone ko.
Pakibigyan nyo lang yung cellphone niya.
Ito po yung number ng cellphone ko.
Diyan mo po natanggap ang text, ha? Maliwanagin lang natin.
Opo, Your Honor.
At ikaw ang nakatanggap sa telepono mo, hindi yung mga anak mo.
Opo, ako po.
Pero pareho pa rin ang SIM doon sa bagong telepono mo.
Wala na po ako. Actually, wala po ako ngayon cellphone. Wala
Pero
rin po
binato mo yung
cellphone.
telepono, nadurog.
Opo.
Mainit ang ulo mo, no?
I'm okay. I'm sure my other colleagues would have questions on the family.
Yes.
I just shift to another, just one more.
Yes.
Okay. I just shift to the Board of Pardons and Parole. I am looking here at your resolution number OTV022719. Do you recall this resolution? And do you have a copy of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
First question. Under this resolution, and let me read, whereas PDL Sanchez was received by the new Bilibid Prison, Muntinlupa City, Metro Manila, on 15 March 1995. He commenced serving his sentence on 8 December 1999. As of June 26, 2018, he has served 34 years, 24 months, 34 years, 2 months, and 26 days, including good conduct time allowances, and credit for preventive imprisonment of 6 years, 3 months, and 25 days. Do you affirm that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now,
Based on, may I?
Yes, please.
Based on the prison record dated June 26, 2018, the time served with earned GCTA is 34 years, 2 months, and 26 days.
Now, first question. It says, including credit for preventive imprisonment. Isn't it clear, at the very least, that if you are charged with a heinous crime, as in this case, you are not entitled to credit your period of preventive imprisonment?
Your Honor, based on the prison record, the Bucor is crediting the preventive imprisonment. It's not the Board of Pardons and Parole.
All right.
That's basically-
So you base your statement on the records, on the testimony, on this statement of the Bureau of Corrections.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the Bureau of Corrections by itself erroneously, either maliciously or through negligence, credited Mr. Sanchez with the imprisonment during the time that he was a detention prisoner. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that is contrary to at least to the GCTA law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if the, okay, can somebody explain to me, can Mr. Faildon explain to me, how did you come up with the computation that Mr. Sanchez has completed 40 years as of August, when in fact, as of June 26, 2018, including, you only said that he has served 34 years, 2 months, 26 days, including 6 years, 3 months, and 26 days of preventive imprisonment. Can you explain to me how these 34 years, already erroneously arrived at, suddenly jumped to 40 years in the span of 1 year? Can you stop advising? You want to answer that, attorney, whoever your name is? You want to answer that? You keep on whispering to Mr. Faildon. I am not asking you the question, but if you want me to ask you the questions, I will. Will you please stop whispering to Mr. Faildon? Yes, now you can answer that, Mr. Faildon.
Yes, sir. There are several questions, sir. So
The only question is, how in heaven's name did you credit Mr. Sanchez with 40 years of service when just a year before that, per your prison records, per your information to the Board of Pardons and Parole, he should only be credited with 34 years, 2 months, and 26 days, including the erroneous application of time during the preventive imprisonment, which is 6 years, 3 months, and 25 days. In other words, if you deduct the erroneous application of the preventive imprisonment, he would have served only 28 years. How did he happen to now serve 40 years and be eligible for release?
this is how I understand the retroactive effect of Republic Act 10592. It was applied to all PDLs prospectively from 2014 to date. That is the adjustment of the time allowances from the old 5 days every month to 20 for the first 2 years, from 8 to 23 in the next 3 to 5 years. Then from your 6 years to 10 years, it became 25 per month, and then your 11 years and so forth, it became
So he
40
was,
years.
in your computation,
So based on the retroactive effect on PDL Sanchez's case, which if he will be accorded GCTA from 2009, when he was convicted with finality, up to 2013, that could have been the source of that big additional time allowance, Your Honor.
and there you included the alleged time allowance during the time that he was a detention prisoner.
I am one of those who agree that during detention imprisonment, those who are charged of heinous crime are not entitled, as it is explicitly
Okay, okay.
stated in Section 1 of Republic Act
Senator,
10592.
with your permission,
Yes, sir. Go
I
ahead.
would just like to
Yeah.
give way to Senator Pamela Lacson, who has requested me because he has to
Yes.
attend forum. So can we give him a chance? Anyway, you've already gone beyond 10 minutes, 5 minutes tayo.
5 minutes. 1
You've
minute.
gone beyond the minute. 1 minute more?
1 minute, one question.
I will allow him
Just
1
one
minute
question,
more,
please.
yeah.
All right. To the Board of Pardons and Parole, what kind of executive clemency did Sanchez apply for?
He is applying for commutation of sentence.
Commutation.
Yes,
Commutation, uh-huh.
Because the penalty of former Mayor Sanchez is an indivisible penalty.
So so he was applying for reduction of sentence.
Yes, Your Honor.
Was that, is that in writing?
Yes, in writing. There's a written application.
Do you have the file of Mr. Sanchez? Can we have that?
Your Honor, we have already submitted yesterday.
Okay. You have submitted. So can the have access to that, Mr. Chairman? If
Yes, those requests were subpoenaed. Did you send it to us? I have not seen anything like that. We submitted yesterday, Your Honor.
But anyway, do you have another copy, another set? For my own personal
We have,
file?
Your Honor.
If you have, can you give me a set? Okay, that's all. We'll examine the documents first, Mr. Chairman, and I will give way to Senator Lacson.
Senator Lacson is recognized. Thank you.
Thank you,
Senator Bernal, for
Mr.
your-
Chairman and the Minority Leader. I would like to address my question to Undersecretary Feldon. You know, there's some confusion as to your opinion, personal or official, on whether or not Sanchez is entitled or was entitled to GCTA. Ano po bang official position ninyo? Is he entitled or not?
Personal, sir. I believe up to 2015, he may have...
No, not as of 2015. As of today or as of August 20 when you signed the memorandum to release Sanchez. Yun na lang reckoning date.
Yes, sir. That is the reason why I believe he is not entitled to be released because based on those...
No.
Because it's not on the record.
Not after August 20. On August 20 when you signed, was it your opinion at that time that he was entitled to GCTA or not?
No, sir. It was never my opinion that he is entitled. It
So
is,
why did you sign the memorandum?
the discussion about Sanchez, sir, it started several days before that day.
No,
His paper.
let me clarify, Yusek Paildon. Ang sabi ninyo, ang paniniwala ninyo, hindi siya entitled.
Yes, sir.
So bakit nyo pinirmahan yung release order?
Because the legal officer who is beside me and other lawyers in the Bureau, I have discussed this with them several times, and they continuously reminded me that there is no legal basis to stop the release of Sanchez because all the requirements for his release under the retroactive effect of Republic Act 10592 is satisfied by his release. That's why my action to stop his release is against the legal position of the Bureau. That's why it reaches my office. It is signed up to by the Director General, Deputy Director General for Security and Operations, and all those who have reviewed it. But you can ask them, Your Honor. I have been pointing them out that he may not qualify because I saw this Kubul demolition in 2015, and under our records, I reminded this to them, Your Honor. He may not have qualified because, after all, he may have lived.
Excuse me, I have
Not
another
seriously.
committee hearing to attend, so I requested the chairman to
Yes, sir.
recognize me. So,
I'm just trying to clarify my position, sir, because
yeah,
I
it's
have never
clear enough.
agreed with them, Your Honor.
Your position is that he is not entitled.
To GCTA, Your Honor.
But in spite of that,
They
you
can-
signed the memo order. To this day, I believe that it is your opinion that he is not entitled, but before you signed the document on August 20, you also did not believe that he was entitled to GCTA.
I still don't believe at the time I signed it, but that I cannot.
Well, there's some inconsistency here because, you know, if I were in your position, ako naging chief PNP ako, pag hindi ako naniniwala, I will not sign.
Sir, the documents given to me are complete. I asked them evidences of this. They cannot. That's why.
But you are the final authority to approve or not. No? Now, let's move on. I'd like to show you itong proseso. I'd like to clarify. Yan, exiting process. Document section. Tapos, ito yung sa MSEC, di ba? Monitoring, Screening, and Evaluation. No? So, magko-compute sila ng GCTA. and then magdadraft ng memo, pupunta sa Director for Security and Operation, and all the way to your desk, to your office. Now, you mentioned that you tried to stop, no? Ito yung statement ninyo, you tried to stop the release of Sanchez. Yeah, okay. Was it on your own initiative that you stopped the release of Sanchez?
I stopped the...
Was it on your own initiative?
I would like to narrate the events.
No. Answer my question first. Was it on your own initiative to stop the release of Sanchez after having signed the document on August 20, ang sabi nyo, nirecall ninyo? Because kompleto na yung process except yung ministerial part that the superintendent of Muntinlupa would comply with your memorandum to release PDL Sanchez.
Yes,
Yun ang nangyari sa, di ba, ang proseso is after you approve, ipapadala na ito doon sa superintendent, whether it's Iwahig, or Davao, or Muntinlupa, for compliance. That is why, in one paragraph, nakalagay na within 5 days, mag-submit ng compliance upon release, hindi ba? So, ministerial na yon. The process itself, as shown on the screen, has already been completed because you already signed the memorandum to release, no, to implement the release order of PDL Sanchez or any prisoner for that matter. Now, ang tanong ko, was it on your own initiative to order the recall or...
Can I narrate, Your Honor?
Yun muna, pakisagot muna. Was it on your own initiative?
Yes or no? Who?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, I will invite your attention to the transcript of yesterday's hearing, you know. And mabuti nandito si Senator Bongo. September 2, 1:19 p.m. This is page 176 of the TSN. Ang sabi ni Senator Bongo, bago po pumutok yung balita, maalala ko, August 20, nabasa po natin sa mga periodiko na possible release of Mr. Sanchez. Then araw-araw po, mayroong presidential briefer na binabasa ang ating Pangulo, including confidential ones. Noong August 21 ng gabi, nabasa niya po ito. At unang-una niyang ginawa, pinatawagan niya kaagad si Bucor Chief Paildon. At Ma'am, Mrs. Sarmienta, addressing of course Mrs. Sarmienta, sinabi niya kay Bucor Paildon, sabi niya, do not release. Ang sinabi niya, order from higher authority. Now, continuing, to continue, hindi niya muna pinangalanan, pero ibig sabihin, sino ba ang, wala naman pong ibang higher authority other than the President of the Philippines. Now, I'll ask you again, was it on your own initiative to recall the order of release of Sanchez?
The stop I made, sir, was August 20. The call was August 21, Your Honor.
You signed the memo order on August 20 and you recalled it on August 20?
Yes, Your Honor. Few minutes after I signed it, Your Honor.
Paano nangyari?
This is the, if I will...
Please,
yes, I signed the memo.
Further clarify.
I am not very sure if it's 12 or 1 p.m. and recalled it around 1:30 p.m. of the
Bilis
same
naman.
day.
Bakit ang bilis ng change of mind?
Because after I signed it, even the documents are complete, I continue to ponder what is my legal basis to stop it. Because
ganito,
my legal officers beside me has been telling me you have no legal basis to stop this. Because I cannot be...
There's a question by the Senator.
Yes, sir.
kasi kung ganito, nag-sign ako, no? And then naisip ko, mukhang mali. I'll just crumple the paper and throw it in the, or shred it. But for me to sign and then recall, mukhang hindi yata, it doesn't make sense to me.
Sir,
Chairman.
there is a
Tayo
call.
lahat nagsasign tayo, minsan nagkakamali tayo, we just crumpled it and we just shred it. Yeah, until the next draft is presented to us. But in your case, what time? 12:30. And then at 1:30, you change your mind and just recalled it.
Yes,
Hindi
Your
pa
Honor.
natatransmit, ni-recall nyo na.
No, it was transmitted. For some officers, Your Honor.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, I don't see any sense in that logic, ano?
Yes, sir. I can produce witnesses that you think I
Yes.
believe, sir, you believe.
Who are your witnesses?
Right in that office, when I recall it, Mr. Agudo was there. And the reason why I recalled it is a reporter called
Mr. who?
Agudo.
Agudo, what is his first name,
Glenn.
sir?
He witnessed the process of my recall. Your
What is
Honor.
his first name and what does he do there?
Glenn.
Ano, yes.
Glenn, sir. Glenn. His
Glenn
first
Agudo.
name. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The reason why it triggered is, sabi niya sa akin, sir, tumawag si Deo Macalma. I think, I don't know what, a reporter called him now at asking if Sanchez was released. Based on that, I stopped and rethink if there's still a possibility to stop the release. And then I recall that release. It is triggered by a call from one reporter. I don't know if that's Deo Macalma, he said. That's why within that minute, I ordered the recall. Even the legal officer says, I have no legal basis to stop it. That is their position to me every day. I wanted it stopped, but they said, ito pa nga, sinabi ni Atty. Santos sa akin, sir, if i-release mo lahat ang preso affected by retroactive law, there can never be legal case that can be filed against you. But if you hold one of them, then you may have a case. Because there is no legal basis.
Pakiulit nga yung timeline. You signed it at what time?
More or less noon time before lunch.
Noon
Very
time.
short time lang, yes, sir. 20.
And then, what time did you transmit it?
After I sign it,
You
sa office
transmitted
ko,
it.
they will start the process to release.
No. What time did you transmit it? What time did your office messenger or your administrative officer transmitted it to the office of the superintendent of the facility?
Dadaan pa po, sir, yan sa records and documentation before it will go to...
So from what office did you recall the order?
Records yata, sir.
Records.
Yes, sir. Nandun siya po
Na-receive na
recording.
ng record section?
I'm sure there is a
Stamp.
a record there if na-receive na nila, sir.
Sa book na na-receive.
Yes, sir.
Can you show it to the committee?
I will produce it, sir.
Yeah.
So it's really within the day, sir. And then I recalled it immediately. It did not stay overnight. That's why I would like to comment on if the committee will allow me, sir.
Yes.
Because in the same day, the night of August 20, this is what the family of ex-Mayor Sanchez did not mention. In the same night of August 20, I was misquoted yesterday. It was not July 20, but it was August 20. I was informed by my staff, medyo gabi na po yun, that a certain family of, I don't know if they are the same people, a certain family of ex-Mayor Sanchez wanted to talk to me.
Can I, with the permission of the chairman, can I read out again another portion of the transcript yesterday? Page 68. Ito po yung nag-transpire, no? 1 or 11:19 a.m. September 2. Senator Lacson, but the subject is release of person deprived of liberty or PDL. So this is not a release order, Mr. Paeldon, because that order, sir, was recalled by me, Senator Lacson. But you signed the release order. That is my question. The chairperson, Senator Gordon, did you say you recalled it? Mr. Paeldon, no, we stopped the process of the release. Ano ba bang talagang tama? Did you stop the process? Did you recall?
I am
Medyo
not,
magulo po ito mga statement.
yes, sir, I'm
Paipaita.
not really good in English, sir, but I stopped the process.
Alam niyo po,
That's why kasi sir, kapag ma-release ka, you have a certificate of release, hawak-hawak niyo po yun para makalabas na po kayo.
That is the end of the whole
Yes, sir.
process.
Hindi po nakarating doon, hindi po nakarating doon sa magfi-fingerprint na po siya.
But the process itself, as shown on the screen a while ago, natatapos doon sa memorandum signed by the Director General. And after that, lahat yung ministerial because as asked by Senator Pangilinan yesterday, the superintendent of the facility cannot reverse or cannot defy your order because that's an official order for you to for them to release to effect the release of the prisoner. So walang pwedeng magsabing ayoko sir i-release yan. Otherwise, ang pwedeng gawin, pumunta sa personal, sir mukhang may mali po ito. Baka pwedeng wag nating ipa-release ito. But you know, the process has been completed. Sabi nga ni President Ramos, CSW, di ba? Completed staff work. And it ended when you shall have finally signed the memorandum order to release the PDL. Everything else that follows, puro ministerial yon. Wala na makaka-defy, wala na makaka-reverse. So the process has been completed.
I stopped the process, sir. Ako yung nagpa-recall, sir. I agree with the Honorable Chair, sir, that no one can stop that except me. That's why within that period, pinatigil ko, Your Honor. That's why hindi siya nakarating doon sa mag-fingerprint siya at hindi siya na-issuean ng certificate of release kasi ako talaga ang nagpatigil, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman,
wala ko talaga makapagpatigil nun, kundi ako lang. If I let the process go, there could be records of fingerprinting and documents of certificate of release because I did not tinker with any document in the Bureau, Your Honor. At makikita niyo yan dyan, when you were there will be records of fingerprinting and...
puro ministerial po yon. Administrative action na yung mga yun eh. Yung talagang proseso to release a prisoner would end when you finally sign the memorandum. Everything else that follows, puro ministerial, puro administrative yon. Fingerprinting, yung certificate of release, yung correctional order as shown by Chief Superintendent Faustino yesterday, yun yung compliance order na yun eh. Parang yun yung consequence of the memorandum order to release, PDL, signed by you.
I agree, Your Honor, and it will not take long to finish the entire process. Maximum probably of 2 hours, tapos po yun, kung walang intervention. Especially during that day, I checked it, there were only around 4 PDLs processed for release, so there is no congestion in the processing. So if that process was not stopped, within 2 hours, Mayor Sanchez could have been a free man, Your Honor.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, at this point, with all due respect to Senator Bongo, kasi siya po yung pinatawag ni Presidente kay Chief Paeldon, kung meron siyang recollection, he's still busy. Kausap si Presidente? Okay. Anyway, hindi gusto ko lang pong regards din ka mo. Gusto ko lang po ma-clarify kasi kayo yung pinatawag, with all due respect because we are both members of this committee. Kung may recollection kayo noong August 21 ng gabi, when you were asked by the President to call up Chief Paeldon, ano po ba yung nag-transpire? How did he react? And what happened? Please, sir.
Nung nabalitaan po ni everyday po meron, gaya ng sinabi ko kahapon, meron siyang binabasang presidential briefer. So, nung pumutok yung balita noong August 20, balitaan medyo mainit na yung issue. So, noong August 21, pina-inform niya si Yusek Paeldon to stop the release of Mr. Sanchez upon the order of the higher authority. Ibig sabihin, hindi na muna niya pinangalanan, pero sino pa bang, ibig nga sabihin, higher authority. Only one lang po ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Wala naman po ibang higher authority. Only the President of the Philippines. Dahil pinag-aaralan ni Pangulong Duterte ang batas at alam niya mismo na hindi talaga qualified at excluded po ang heinous crime dito. So about August 21 po yun ng gabi, maybe, and also kay Secretary Guevara,
Yeah,
it was
it's also in the transcript.
yes, it was relayed siguro in the morning of August 22.
Secretary Guevara, when you were informed, was it the president or through you? Your Honor?
Kay Nick Paeldon, it was
No,
through-
I mean, you were the one talking to Nick Paeldon, not the president?
Yes.
Oh, yun. So you also were asked by the president to call up Secretary Guevara
Yes,
and...
but I coursed through it to another undersecretary sa
of
office
DOJ.
of the president. Office
of the president.
Who's that?
When,
I mean,
do you have a...
excuse me.
Hindi na kailangan. We just take the word of at our colleague here. It's not important anyway.
I just want to know. I just want to complete the record.
Okay.
Sino yung undersecretary?
Pinasa ko po sa isang undersecretary under the office of Executive Secretary
Would you know his name? Would you
Jenny
know?
Ong, Yusek Jenny Ong.
Jenny Ong?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Secretary Guevara, do you have a recollection of the conversation between yourself and Undersecretary Jenny Ong?
Yes, I do, Mr. Senator.
Please, for the information of the committee.
I don't remember exactly the date when this conversation happened.
This was on August 21, the night of August 21.
That may be the case, Mr. Senator, but I received a short phone call from Undersecretary Jenny Ong informing me that, or rather requesting that the processing, this is how I understood the statement, that the processing of the carpeta of Mayor Sanchez be held in abeyance. And I asked who's giving the order, and she simply said order from higher authority, quote unquote.
Thank you. And after that, what did you do, sir? What action did you take upon receiving the call from Undersecretary Jenny Ong?
I am not sure whether I relayed the information likewise to Chief Aldon of the Bucor, but that might have been the case, that I also informed him about the message that I received, because I didn't know that there was a separate message
Call, yeah.
or call sent to Chief Aldon.
So you
I think
did
I
not...
informed him also about it.
You did not immediately transmit the message from Malacanang to Yusek Paeldon?
I think I did. On the
Right
same
away,
day.
right away.
Right away.
So what transpired when you... did you call him or did you ask somebody to call him to relay the instruction of the President?
I think I sent him a text message.
And how did he respond to your text message?
There was no immediate reply from him. I understand that there is some signal problem within the Bucor.
But eventually, he responded or replied to your text message.
I think he did. I think he did.
And what was the reply? Maski hindi
Something
verbatim, in
Yes, sir.
essence.
Something like that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He did not inform you that he already stopped the process.
No, he did not.
He did not inform you that he already recalled the order. He
No.
just said, yes, sir.
That's correct. No further information like
No.
he had received another or similar message from whoever.
Ikaw.
Excuse me, may I, what time was that?
You're referring to the...
What time did you text him, sir?
I wouldn't really exactly recall, but what I recall, Mr. Chair, was that I got this phone call from Undersecretary Jenny Ong in the morning. And right after that, I think I relayed the information also to Chief Aldon.
So you immediately called him, so hindi pa
By
hapon?
text, I think by text message. It's really very difficult to call Chief Aldon because of some signal problem at the Bucor premises.
So in approximation before noon?
Might have been the case.
Before noon of
Of that day, I think...
August
that,
21?
August 21, the
August
night
21.
of August 21.
Thank you.
Again, with all due respect to our colleague, Your Honor, do you have your own recollection when you talked on the phone with Chief Faldon?
Sinabi ko lang po kay Yusek Faldon, ibig ko pong sabihin doon is...
How did he respond pala? How did
yes, and he will comply. Alam niyo lang po si Pangulo.
Ano pong eksaktong sagot niya sa inyo?
Sabi niya, he will comply.
He will comply. Therefore...
Anyway, sir, I may?
Sige po.
The President knows his business. Ibig sabihin, pinag-aralan niya yung batas at alam niya yung ano yung pwede at ano yung hindi. Medyo mainit na yung issue nung panahon na yon. Gusto lang niya iparating na stop the release at medyo umiinit na po ang issue. Alam niyo si Pangulong Duterte, bugado yan. Alam niyo yung ginagawa niya at pinag-aaralan niya na hindi excluded talaga yung pagre-release po.
And there's no reason not to believe you, Your Honor. My one point. When he replied to you, I will comply, ano po yung implication? Wala pa siyang ginagawa.
Hindi ko na po
Kasi
alam kung...
Hindi po. Kasi kung meron siyang ginawa na, as he mentioned, that on August 20, he already recalled, even without the order from the President or from higher authority, dapat ang sagot sa inyo, naturally, siyempre magmamagaling din ako kung ako. Hindi po, sir, ginawa ko na yan.
Hindi ko na po alam kung ano yung August 20.
Pero sinabi niya lang, I will comply.
Yes,
or will comply. Wala siya sinabing, actually, na-recall ko na eh.
Yes, wala na po.
Wala. Actually, wala rin siya pinagtapat na napirmahan ko na.
Wala.
Pero na-recall ko na. So, that's all.
Nabanggit lang po ni Yusek Faldon sa akin, nakausap niya yung pamilya ng ni Mrs. Sarmiento ba yun? At na-mention niya na talagang si Pangulong Duterte ang nag-order to stop the release of Mr.
So,
Sanchez.
to the credit of the President, siya yung nag-utos to stop.
Yes.
And nobody should grab credit from the President.
Yes.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman. Alis po ako.
Thank you. Nalito ka. Just to follow up, this all occurred on August 21, right? When you texted Mr. Faldon, Undersecretary Faldon. Yes.
Mr. Chair, that's my recollection.
It's August 21.
More or less, I guess.
And Undersecretary Faldon, on August 21, you said here earlier that you issued the order at 1:30 in the afternoon.
August 20, Your Honor.
August 20.
Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I stopped the process of release August 20, Your Honor.
Now, when did Mrs. Sanchez see you?
On the evening of August 20, I was informed by my...
No, I'm asking a simple question. When did you actually see Mrs. Sanchez?
Because this is... I want to put the premise of the meeting because they went to my quarters...
I know.
In the evening of...
Excuse me. I just want you to answer the question. I will ask you to explain if you need to explain, but I just want... When did you see Mrs. Sanchez? Di ba totoo, August 21?
21, Your Honor.
21. But she went on August 20. Is that what you were trying to say? At night?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yung nagising kayo, hindi mo siya pinagbigyan.
Yes, sir. I relate to the staff that kung pwede, ay office hour na lang sila pumunta. And then the following day, I was informed na nandun sila sa baba na nagre-request ng meeting. As every time there is a problem ng mga kahit sino, tinatanggap naman natin, sir. So,
Alright, I understand that. No? So on August the 21st, pumunta sila sa iyo. Mrs. Sanchez, ba't di mo sinabi nagpunta ka na nung gabi nung August 20?
Hindi naman, Your Honor, hindi naman po niyo tinanong sa akin na napunta ako noong August 20. Tinanong niyo naman niyo po ako kung kailan ko na-meet si Rini.
O tinatanong kita ngayon.
Opo.
Kasi don't be evasive, ha? I'm warning you.
Hindi po ako
Senator
naging
Dillon and I and
emergency.
all of us are confused yung mga sinasabi ninyo. We invited you here para to shed light. Hindi naman namin kayo apihin dito. Pero magsabi lang kayo na totoo. August 20, nagpunta ka sa office ng Muntinlupa. Pumunta ka doon. Anong oras po yun?
Ganito po yan, Your Honor.
Anong oras po ang tanong
August
ko?
20, around, I think that was 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening.
Oo.
Kasi we want to talk to
20.
him to clarify things nga about the release of my husband. Sabi ng staff, hindi na nga daw siya pwedeng kausapin. Kasi gabi
Pinababalik
na.
kayo bukas.
Opo, pinababalik
Anong oras
kami
kayo bumalik on the 21st?
around 11 or 11:30, something like that.
11, 11:30. Sabi niya, mga 2 months pa yan. Tama? Yan ang sinabi niya kanina.
Opo, yun po ang actually sinabi niya, Your Honor.
Sinabi mo, bakit ito si...
Si Asna, nakalabas na po kung sasabihin niyo pong first in, first out. Kaya
Oh,
ba
yeah,
po niya
yeah.
pinahold? Because nagbigay siya ng bagong direktiba na it must be first in and first out.
Kaya natindihan ko yan. Sagutin niyo lang yung tinatanong ko. Anong oras kayo umalis sa opisina niya?
Medyo around 1 p.m. na po.
Around 1 p.m.
Kasi sinabi ko po sa kanya.
1 p.m. kayo umalis.
Opo.
Nag-uwi na kayo.
Ano po?
Siyempre, mas maloob nyo.
Knowing na hindi po makakalabas ang asawa namin, siyempre, masama po ang loob namin.
Opo, masama ang loob namin.
Opo,
Tapos,
masama po ang loob namin.
sama mo yung mga anak mo.
Opo.
Sino-sino yung mga kasama mo?
Sila pong dalawa, si Councilor Abby Maritoni Sanchez Alcid and former Councilor Alan Antonio Sanchez.
Opo, umuwi na kayo.
Opo, umuwi na kami.
Mr. Yusek Paldon, on August 21 at 1:30, you said you issued an order to release him, correct?
No, sir. Your Honor, it's August 20, Your Honor. The
If you
member,
issued an order on August 20,
and
you recalled it on the afternoon of August 20, is that what you're trying to make me believe?
that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
August 20,
Around,
issue mo order na paparelease na siya. August 21, August 20, 3 o'clock, ni-recall mo, tinawagan ka ni Secretary the next call on August 21. Is that correct?
yes, Your Honor.
O paano mo sasabihin doon sa pamilya ng Sanchez na first in, first out, August 21, 2 months ka pa. Samantalang in-order mo na, re-recall mo lang.
This is, ayaw ko sanang dagdagan yun, but the discussion, sir, with them a while ago was clear that they qualified it 3 times that if sila nagsabi mismo kanina, sir, na sabi nila na ang sinabi ko raw if he's qualified sa GCTA ay uuwi siya in 2 months time because that is the program, sir. To
But you
release-
already knew that he wasn't gonna go out. Di-recall mo na yung order.
because the reason why I recall it, sir, is I believe he is
No, I'm
not.
not asking you for the reason. On the 21st, after not failing to see you on the 20th ng gabi, napirma mo na yung order, ni-recall mo na, pumunta sila sa iyo on the 21st, sabi mo, mga 2 months pa yan.
Sir, the
So you were not
transcript.
being forthright.
I'm being forthright, sir, because
You were not being forthright to them. Nakikius mo
yes,
sila,
sir.
release
Yes,
mo
sir.
na.
Because they were crying, sir.
Ha?
They were crying in my office. They were crying. So that's why I said tactfully, if ex-mayor will qualify in his GCTA, probably he will go home in 2 months time because all the 11,000 is supposed to go home in 2 months time because that's the program.
So
we
that was
plan.
your plan, paparelease mo na ng 21st, lang 2 months. That is your plan.
If he will qualify,
If you will qualify.
that is exactly what they said,
The
Your
day
Honor.
before said he was going to be released. What prompted you to release him on August 20? And then we're surprised as Senator Lacson is perplexed. In a what hour, in less than an hour or little more than an hour, you change your mind and say, tatanggalin ka yan.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what
What
transpired.
prompted you to give that order? You sound very almighty to me, you know? Ikaw lang lahat ang nag-order.
Yes, sir. As I was saying, on that a few minutes or few hours after I signed it, yung si Glenn Agudo, sabi niya sa akin, Sir, si Deo Macalma, tumawag tinatanong kung na-release na ba daw si ex-Mayor Sanchez.
So you are easily swayed by friends.
No, no, sir. That one triggered the final decision to further
No,
review.
but you did sign it already on August the 20th.
Yes, sir. I signed it.
And in 1
And-
hour, because of a call by Deo Macalma, you will have us believe na magbabago ka. At pag humarap sa iyo yung pamilya, on the side, kung hindi ka forthright, sabi mo, hindi pa namin mapapalabas siya, maybe 2 months. Samantalang alam mo, pinirma mo na, binawi mo lang, tapos nakadagam ka pa ng text, before you signed,
No, sir.
before lunchtime, before noon.
There's no text I received before on the 21st. No,
Sir Secretary, that was before noon of the 21st or the 20th?
I remember, Mr. Chairman, that I received a phone call from Malacanang
From
in
Jenny
my office. In my office. So, noting that August 21
It's a
was
holiday.
a holiday,
Correct.
it could not have been on the 21st because it was a holiday.
Yeah.
So, it must have been the following day.
The 22nd.
I guess so, because that I was in my office when I got the phone call.
So by that time already, nag-decide na si Undersecretary Faldon na i-release siya, tapos in 1 hour of the same day, dahil sa tawag ni Deo Macalma, binago niya. And on the following day, bumisita yung mga Sanchez family. Hindi niya sinabing, wala na. At sinabi niya, tagal pa yan, 2 months pa yan, para pinapaasa niya pa yun ng 2 months, samantalang may request na ang presidente na huwag nang pa-release yan.
sir, the exact conversation is, ito po yung sinabi ko, sir. Kasi tuloy-tuloy pong iyak nila. Sabi ko, kung si ex-Mayor Sanchez ay qualified
It doesn't matter to
sa
me.
GCTA,
It's
he
a
may,
question of
he
qualification.
may be released along with the rest in 2 months'
But you
time.
thought he was qualified on August 20. You made the order.
Because, sir, I'm
Anong if?
not the lawyer, I'm not the court,
I don't
I
care if
cannot
you're not
decide
aware.
on...
When you take a position in the government, doesn't matter whether you're a lawyer or not, you take responsibility. It's called accountability. You are before the Committee on Accountability of Public Officers. I am calling you to account for your actions.
I am responsible for that action. What I am trying to explain, sir, is what if the court will issue mandamus and direct me to release Sanchez?
That is the
Then
first problem, not yours.
That is
You have
exactly
lawyers. OSG will back you up. In fact, that is the same question I'm going to pose later on to Secretary of Justice. But I will reserve that. The point is, you made a decision on your own, i-release. 1 hour later, you would have us believe, binago mo, and then on the following day or 2 days later, the 22nd, after you have already seen the family of Ms. Sanchez, na sinabi mo sa kanila, wala, 2 months pa yan, matagal pa yan. In other words, meron ka pang intention. On the 22nd, you got a text from the Secretary of Justice saying, oy, may request ang Presidente, wag pa, do not release. Yun ang sequence of events, ha?
Sir, if
It's
I may
preposterous.
make this clear, sir, because...
Yes, try to make it clear.
Yes, sir. On the 20th of August, I signed a memorandum of release around lunchtime. Few minutes or an hour after, I recalled it. That is,
I already said that.
yes, sir. On the 21st, late in the morning, the family faced me in my office, and this is how I explained it to them. If ex-Mayor Sanchez will...
You already said that, if he
Yes, sir.
qualifies.
Because,
But you thought he qualified the day before. That's why you signed it. Anong if pa? You signed the order.
yes, sir, but
He
I recalled it,
qualified.
sir.
Ha?
I recalled it, sir, because even without legal basis of recalling it, because it is against the advice of all the lawyers of the Bureau, I still recalled it after 1 hour.
Do you want me to give you a medal for recalling an
No,
order
sir,
that
but
you
this
made?
is, you want us to tell the truth here, sir. That's why I'm
Of
telling
course.
the truth.
That's why I'm trying to tell it. Hinuhukay namin yung katotohanan.
Yes, sir, that is exactly what
Hindi mo
transpired.
may paliwanag eh. August 20, inulit ko na naman. August 20, nag-decide ka. 1 hour later, on at 1:30 you signed. 3:30 ka mong gano'n, may katawag ka, nakakuha ka ng tawag kay Deo Macalma, binago mo. Pagkatapos, 21, nagbisita sa iyo yung mga Sanchez family, hindi mo sinabi sa kanila, wala na. Sinabi mo, in 2 months, baka sakali, if he qualifies. But he already qualified in their view on August 20. And then on August 22, you got a text from the Secretary of Justice saying, may desire ng Presidente, do not release. That is the facts of the case. That is the truth. Correct? Correct?
If I may say my side, Your
No,
Honor.
answer my question first. Di ba yung recitation ko, tama? Yun ang nangyari?
The call I received from the good senator is on the 21st. Okay, and
So you're disputing Secretary Ibarra. It's a holiday on the 21st. I knew that from the very beginning.
no, from the senator, from the senator on the evening of 21st probably, and he
Can you
informed me.
specify, Senator Go?
Yes, sir.
So tinuwahan ka ni Senator Go on the 21st.
Yes, sir.
Did you tell him na hindi mo na papawalan?
The instruction is for me to stop the release,
Oh.
and I said yes. And we have
Did you tell him
reasons.
hindi mo na pinawalan, binawi mo na yung order?
Yes, sir. I give reasons as a basis to stop the release. I
My
said,
question is very simple. Did you tell him hindi mo na pawawalan, binawi mo na yung order?
hindi ko sinabing binawi.
Oh,
This is what I exactly told.
Di ba dapat magsabi, boss, binawi ko na. Tama yung ginagawa ng Presidente, binawi ko na. Hindi mo sinabi yan.
Sir, this is exactly how I explained it to the senator when he called. Sabi ko, sir, there are possible 2 reasons to hold the release of ex-mayor Sanchez. One is because he may not qualify for GCTA because he is a convict of heinous crime. The other one is we can use GCTA as a reason why he is not qualified because his kubul was just recently destroyed in 2015. In other words, I may be able to find enough evidence that since his incarceration from NBP up to 2015, he may never earn GCTA from that period. That is how I explain it to the Senator.
No,
Your
well,
Honor.
okay. Sige, that's how you explain it, but the sequence of events are very telling. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Did you, again, I'll ask you, nakipagkita ka ba sa Sanchez family before that day?
No, sir, no, sir.
Never.
Never, sir.
Did they ever call you or write you a letter?
No, sir. The first call that they made attempt to call on me is on the evening of August 20 in my
Evening of the
quarters.
20th.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me go back to the Sanchez family. Di ba ba totoo, naglalabi kayo para ma-release Kwan? Tama lang, naglalabi kayo. Kamag-anak nyo yan eh. Naglalabi kayo para ma-release si Ginoong Sanchez, si Mayor.
Lobby, sir, meaning...
Meaning, nakikiusap kayo sa mga kaibigan nyo malalaking tao o mga may influensyadong tao.
Hindi po, sir.
Hindi?
Hindi po.
Walang lumapit, wala kang nilapitan o kay sa member ng family nyo na pwede ba sulatan nyo naman yung Board of Pardons and Parole para mabigyan na? Di ba totoo, sumulat pa kayo sa Presidente?
Your Honor, nung nag-a-apply po kami sa Bureau, sa Board of Pardon and Parole for Executive Clemency ng asawa ko po na si former Mayor Antonio Sanchez, the Bureau ko, Mr. Attorney Reynaldo Bayang asked me to ask some recommendation letter from our friends. That is all what we did.
Okay po. Attorney Bayang, is that true? You asked them for recommendations?
That is true, sir, and I also advised them to ask for support from the other mayors or local officials, which they did naman, sir.
Is that normal? Di ba you judge on the basis of the conduct of the person, not on the recommendations of others?
That's true, sir, but the recommendations are submitted to us. We cannot do but to accept them. Yung letter sa dumadating na sa amin.
We're doing this in aid of legislation because kung ganyan, we will have to delineate clearly that you cannot accept recommendations from politicians or from other people, that you just have to make a determination kung qualify siya for conditional pardon or whatever, or executive clemency. Is that correct? You agree with that? So bakit nyo i-advise sila?
To help, sir, the petitioner.
You really want to help them?
That is actually a help lang, sir, sa kanila dahil kung...
Sir, naintindihan ko.
Yes, sir.
Sila naintindihan ko. Ma'am, look at me, say and I'll tell you. Natural na maglalakad kayo, hanap kayo ng padrino para natural yan, hindi ko inaalis yan. Alright, ma'am, naintindihan mo niyo ako? So, tinanong ko kayo kanina, meron ba kayong nilapitan? Ang sagot ni ano ba nung anak mo, si
Your Honor,
Anne-Marie.
Abi Maritoni
Ate Marie. Sabi niya, wala.
Kasi po, wala pong alam ang anak ko nung ako'y naglalakad. Ako po ang naglalakad mismo doon sa papers ng asawa ko. Kaya si said wala po siyang alam.
I have here several letters. Alright? Ang nakapirma dito, kung sino-sino, no? Na nilapitan nyo, Elvira Sanchez. Sumulat kayo kay President Duterte, di ba?
Yes, I did.
What date was that? Natural ho yan. Tama ho yan. Anong date po? Do you remember?
I forgot the definite
July
date.
5, 2018. Andito po yan. No? May sulat
Last
kayo.
year.
Through Lawrence Bongo. Tindahan siyempre si Senator Go ang noong araw. Hanggang ngayon, malapit pa siya sa presidente. No?
Yes, Your
Tama
Honor.
yan. Tama yan. Sino pa ho ang sinulatan nyo? Na humingi kayo ng tulong? O tumulong sa inyo? Yun lang. Sino pa ang tumulong sa inyo?
Si Justice Brion before.
Art Brion.
Arthur Brion.
Retired Justice.
Retired Justice
Kababayan
Arthur
po
Brion.
niya. Kalawan ng Nueva di ba?
Yes, yes.
Retired
San Pablo City.
I'm sorry. Kalawan, Laguna.
No, he's from San Pablo City.
Ha?
San Pablo City.
San Pablo City. Pero nilapitan niyo siya.
Yes, Your Honor.
At sumulat siya para sa inyo. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wala ko masama doon. Sino pa ho sinulatan niya?
We wrote Representative Honorable Imelda Marcos.
Imelda Marcos.
Yes, asking help also from her.
At alam niyo ba na sumulat si Imelda Marcos sa Board of Pardons o sa Presidente?
Yes.
Alam mo ninyo?
Yes.
Ang petso, no? Alam niyo?
I forgot already the definite date. That's not
That is on May 29, 2017.
I think so.
And then on July, yung letter niyo sa Presidente yun. July 20, si Mayor Sanchez sumulat siya kay Mrs. Marcos. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then July 5, 2018, sumulat uli kayo through Senator Bongo para sa matulungan ng asawa niya, right? Ano po?
Yes, Your Honor.
At sino pa ho ang sinulatan niyo at sumulat para sa inyo?
Yung iba nga kasi nag-request kami sa mga different mayors and vice mayors of Laguna for the recommendation.
Mga kaibigan ko, ibang sinulatan niyo.
Recommendation for good and moral character of my husband.
Good and moral character. Sino-sino ho yun?
Marami po sila.
O, sabihin ka na ngayon. Tinag-test ko lang ho kung mahusay yung memory niya dahil kanina medyo spotty. Ngayon.
I think, Vice Mayor's League of Laguna.
Sino ho yan?
Umalis ba tayo? Forget the name eh. Kasi I can't recall.
Vice Governor Becanyo?
Vice Mayor's League of
Vice
Laguna.
Mayor's League. Ay, nag-endorse naman sila ng sulat, ano ho?
Pardon?
Nag-endorse sila, di ba, Commissioner Bayang?
Opo, Your Honor.
No, Commissioner Bayang, sino pa ang sumulat sa inyo?
We have a copy of the petition, sir, signed by the various mayors and vice mayors of the municipalities of Laguna. Marami po sila, sir.
Okay, marami ho yan.
Antonio Aurelio.
Can you submit that to us because ang nakuha ko iba eh.
Wala.
Nabigyan ba sa'yo? Tingnan. Lahat ng mayors? Okay. Sino pa ho? Na personality sa sumulat? Sa inyo o sa presidente? Tulungan niyo na ako. Wala naman ho masama na sumulat.
Karamihan, sir, ay mga...
Ito yung ano, ito, papakita ko sa inyo, ito yung mga pumirma lahat ng mga Vice Mayor's League.
Yes, sir.
Paano nyo nalaman? Di ko pa pinapakita sa inyo, ang layo ah. Meron ba kayong x-ray vision?
May...
Padala nyo nga sa kanya. Oh. Tama ho ba yan? Papakita ko sa inyo. Tama ho ba yan? Pakibilis lang.
Kinuha ng isa, kapag. Sino, bro? Yes, sir.
Mga Vice Mayor yan. Sino pa ho ang sumulat sa inyo?
Isa-isahin natin ito.
Ma'am, sino pa ang nilapitan nyo? Habang hinahanap ni...
DZXL Special Coverage.
Sir,
Can you speak up, please?
Vice Mayor Angelo B. Alonte of Binyan City.
Oh, kilala ko si Len. Oh,
Sumulat din po
oh.
siya sa akin, sir.
Like I said, mukhang mga tiga Laguna, karamihan, ho.
Apo, apo.
Sino pa ang ibang sumulat sa inyo?
Meron po mga Vice Mayor kasi dito, sir, na...
Yung iba ho, meron ba national official na sumulat sa inyo?
Actually po sumulat siya,
Sino ho?
si Representative Imelda Marcos, address po sa Presidente,
Aha.
at ipinadala po sa
Sa
akin.
inyo, sa inyo. Tama lang yun.
Yes,
Dala
sir.
nga yun ang course ng events eh.
Apo.
Sino pa ho?
Meron po nakitang Governor E.R. Ejercito.
Sino nga?
Governor E.R. Ejercito.
The former governor, E.R. Ejercito.
Apo, nakapirma po siya dito sa...
Ituloy niyo pa ho. Tagal na po niyo mag-con. Asa inyong papeles eh.
Dami po eh. Dami sulat. At meron po pong address sa akin, sir, Office of the Presidential Legal Counsel. We write in reference to the letter of Mrs. Marie of Antoinette Sanchez, signed by Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo.
Sino?
Salvador Panelo po.
The Office of the Presidential Legal Counsel.
Yes, sir. Apo.
Sumunod sa ano, kung pwede, ano?
With reference lang, sir. With reference to the letter of Miss Marie Anthony Sanchez regarding the application of Mr. Antonio Sanchez for executive clemency.
Si Marie Antoinette. Sino yan?
Antonelli, sir.
Your Honor, Marie Antonelle V, not Antoinette. Marie Antonelle V, my daughter.
Yung katabi mo.
Nasa toilet lang po.
O, hintayin natin.
Opo.
Ang tagal naman ng kanina. Marie Antoinette. Alright? So,
Correction po, Antonelle V. Antonelle V, not Antoinette.
So, siya ang sumusulat. So, sa market sumulat si Secretary Panelo sa inyo na nire-refer yung sulat.
Yes, sir.
Nire-refer lang.
Apo, apo.
I just want to be clear para malinaw itong investigation na wala naman tayong sinisita eh. Can you read the letter? I have the letter of Marie Antoinette Maymay, and it is addressed to Honorable Salvador Panelo. That's fine. Nakalagay dyan, no? Tama po ba yan?
Tama po yan. Okay.
And then, ano naman ang sinabi ni Salvador Panelo sa inyo?
Will you allow me, sir, to read the letter, sir?
Yes, please.
Dear Executive Director Bayan, date February 26, 2019. Letter dated February 8, 2019 from Ms. Marie Antonelli J. Sanchez. We write in reference to the letter dated February 8, 2019 from Ms. Marie Antonelli J. Sanchez regarding the application of her father, Mr. Antonio L. Sanchez, for executive clemency. For reference, attached is a copy of the said letter. In line with the President's commitment for good governance, transparency, and immediate action on matters that affect the welfare of the people, we are referring this matter to your good office for your evaluation and whatever action you may want to undertake under the premises. We request that your good office update us for record purposes and for whatever action this office may want to undertake consistent with law and the policy of the President for good governance. Thank you for usual prompt and preferential action. I remain. Sir
Ma'am, wala akong mali sa tinatanong ko dito, no? Kaibigan ko si Sal Panelo, kasama ko sa UP yan, kaklase ni Senator Dillon, Brad niya, sa Sigmaro. Ano ba? Oh, totoo naman yun. hindi naman dinidiin. Sinasabi ko lang, sumulat, sinalapitan nyo. In other words, di-refer. Sa lahat na ito, hindi ba totoo na dininayin nyo lahat yan?
That's correct, sir.
Dininayin nyo. So, walang palab. Walang kamandag sa inyo yung sulat. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa inyo, kung kailangan gawa tayo ng batas na bawal sumulat para hindi magkakaintindihan. Ang ayoko lang dyan, medyo, alam nyo ba na abogado ni Mayor Sanchez, si Attorney Panero dati? So natural lang, lalapitan lang. Abogado ka naman namin, pwede ba sulatan mo, nandiyan ka na sa taas ngayon. Pero, hindi pa rin tumalab. Para si mamaya, lalabas siya, magkakaroon pa ng kulay yan di ba? Nilalabas ko na dito para masabi na, Senado, walang pinapanigan. Lumalabas natin ang ebidensya, di ba? Dahil pinasampino ko itong records, I am duty-bound by the records, just as Mr. Paldon is duty-bound by the record of service of Sanchez. Kaya tinatanong ni Senator Dillon, magsama kami na, pinag-aaralan niya, ano ba ang record niya? Di ba? Ang lumalabas, marami siyang violation. So, on that basis, dapat yun ang desisyon. Hindi yun, nilapitan ka, Mr. Paldon, ni Deo Macalba, ikon yung Board of Pardons and Parole, dininay nga di ba, yung executive clemency, I commend you. Tama yun, kung dininay nyo. Ang hindi ko lang kayo kinokomment, dapat sinabi nyo, huwag nyo kami sulatan. Di ba? So, the long and the short of it is, hindi po totoo, ma'am, na hindi kayo, naglalabi kayo. Sinabi ni Anne-Marie Carina na hindi kayo naglalabi kayo. Di ba? In fact, naglabi kayo on the 2017, naglabi kayo on 2018, naglabi kayo ng 2019 sa Board of Pardons and Parole. Now, hindi ako makapaniwala na nakakapasok kayo ng gabi, tapos of the 20th and on the 21st, nakabalik kayo kahit na holiday, nakipagkita sa inyo si Secretary Paldon, si Undersecretary Paldon, na hindi rin kayo naglalabi sa kanya at nakipagkita sa inyo, karakarakan nung dumating kayo.
Your Honor, yung po ang totoo. Hindi po namin talaga namimit pa si Director Paldon.
Yun naman. Hindi ko naman kayo tuturuan kung ano isasagot nyo dito
Hindi, Your Honor, yung po talaga, first time lang po namin na-meet si Director Paldon nung August 21. Kami po napunta sa office niya.
Kung totoo po yun, meron pong lumabas at papakita ko sa inyo yung video. Na sinasabi ng anak ninyo na nag-usap sila ni Mr. Paldon at sinabi niya, Sir Paldon, we talk. You said you promised that you will release my daddy according to the GCTA for which he was qualified. We believe by that my daddy will be among those who will be released. Can you play it? Absent this.
Actually, nagtataka nga kami. Kasi, noon na, release na. Kasi nagpunta kami, that was August Tuesday. 20, may tumawag sa amin, nakasama daw at may release order na. So, syempre kami, masaya. At makakalabas po, almost 26 years na bang nagdusa ang daddy ko na nangulong na wala namang hindi naman niya ginawang kasalanan. So, masaya kami. So, after yun, nagpunta kami sa Muntinlupa, pasunduin na siya. So, suddenly, parang nag-iba yung tema. Hinold. So, nagtataka kami, bakit may release order na, hinold ang pagpapalabas ng father ko. So, that's a big question. Bakit? May nagsasabi talaga.
Fingerprint na.
May na-fingerprint na time mark na release na. Oo.
Nagtambay niya rin siya.
Oo. Then suddenly, kinausap na namin yung Bureau Corps, even Sir Paildon, na Director Paildon, na talagang kasama si Mayor Sanchez sa 11 inmates na makakalabas. 11,000. 11,000. Yeah.
So ano pong sinabi ni Director Paildon nung tinanong niyo po bakit hinold?
First in, first out daw po eh.
Yung hearing daw, first in, first out. Kung sino daw yung nauna, siyang unang pumasok at yung unang lalabas.
Nag-iba lang yung timpla kay Director Paildon. Pero doon sa pagdating namin nung day mismo noong 20, yung mga ibang official, kina-congratulate na kami. So, meaning nun, alam na talaga sa buong bilibid na lalabas na yung father namin.
Biglang nagbago nga eh. From DOJ, Supreme Court, nanguna, sabi nila, kasama si Mayor Sanchez. Pero lately, ito, kung sino-sino ng mga nakikialam na. So, ang amin naman, bilang kami naman pamilya, of course, kung you want to know kung ano talaga ang pagkatao ni Mayor Sanchez, why don't you go to Calawang, Laguna? Istigahan nyo kung anong pagkatao po namin, kung ano pong pamilya meron kami.
So, anong reaction niyo nung first ever interview ni Eldon? Sinabi niya na, ay baka hindi pala, may possibility na hindi siya talaga kasama.
Of course, syempre, na-shock kami. Kasi nung unang pag-uusap namin, kasama daw nakakalabas nga si Mayor Sanchez. Within 2 months. Pagkatapos, medyo nag-iba na nga ang, I don't know, kung na-pressure or something, kung may behind that, kung talagang ayaw lang talagang palabasin ang father ko. Kay Sir Paildon, Sir, nag-usap po tayo. Sabi niyo, nangako kayo na palalabasin niyo ang daddy ko dahil according to GCTA, na isa sa mga kasama ng at qualified naman po siya. Sana naman po naniniwala po kami sa po ng pamilya na makakasama po at makakalabas po ang daddy ko.
DZXL Special Coverage.
At ating balikan si XL Rajaman 1, Grace Mariano. Rajaman Grace.
Ang naririnig nyo ay ang pagdinig ng Senado kaugnay nga dito sa kontrobersyal na pagpapalaya sa mga sentensyado ng karumal-dumal na krimen katulad ni dating Kalawan Mayor Antonio Sanchez sa bisa ng GCTA Law. Ang kay Sanchez ay naudlot dahil lumabas na ito sa media at marami ang bumatikos. Kanina, nagsalita ang pamilya Sanchez at sinabi nila, inamin nila na noong August 21 ay nagpunta sila sa Bureau of Corrections sa tanggapan ni Bucor Chief Nicanor Paildon at nakausap nila ito at tinanong kung bakit hindi natuloy ang paglaya ni Sanchez noong August 20. Sinabi ni Paildon na first in, first out daw at sa loob ng 2 buwan ay baka makalaya na si Sanchez. Sabi ni Ginang Elvira Sanchez, asawa ni dating Mayor Sanchez, may nag-text daw sa kanya na lalaya itong kanyang mister, kaya sila nagpunta kay Paildon. Pero hindi naman niya masabi kung sino ang nag-text, number lang daw. Nang usisain ito ni Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon, sinabi niya na nainis daw siya kahapon dahil ang dami daw nagte-text sa kanila, may death threat na daw sila, kaya sinira niya daw ang phone at sinira niya din, inalis yung SIM card. Kanina sa pagdinig na napiga din ng husto si Paildon, sinabi niya na kusa niyang nirecall ang pinirmahan niyang Memorandum of Release, pero lumalabas na wala itong hindi ito nagtutugma dun sa naging pahayag ni Senator Bongo na ang pagpapastop dun sa proseso ay dahil sa utos ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Kanina narinig niyo rin yung statement ng pamilya Sanchez. Ang naririnig nyo kanina ay yung video na kung saan sinasabi nung lalaking anak ni Sanchez kung bakit hindi natuloy ang dapat sana ay paglaya nito noong August 20. Mamaya magbabalik po tayo para sa pagpapatuloy ng pagdinig na yan dito sa Senado. Kasama mo sa Senado, Radyoman 1, Grace Mariano, Tatak Arimen, DZXL 558.
Maraming salamat Excel Radyoman 1, Grace Mariano at pakaantabayanan po ang ating special coverage na yan mamaya Senado, mamaya po pagkatapos ng RMN News Nationwide. At syempre susunod na po ang RMN News Nationwide kasama sina Radyoman Buddy Oberas at Radyoman Rod Marcelino. Maaari nyo pa pong aming mapakinggan ang ating mga maiinit na balita sa ating Facebook page, RMNDZXL 558 Manila. At syempre, bumisita lang sa rmn.ph para makita pa ang ating mga maiinit na balita. Ako po ang inyong Radyoman Ramsey Tirona at ang oras po natin alas 11:53 sa inyong lahat. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. And syempre, again, susunod na po ang RMN News Nationwide. Magandang tanghali po.
That news was brought to you by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified world-class quality. ACS. This portion is brought to you by Tang, with real fruit extract at may 100% vitamin C pa.
Nalinis na ang kwarto. Check! Nagawa na ang homework. Check! Aba, very good ah. Gusto mo bang ma-refresh?
Love ko ba yan?
Check!
Real fruit taste?
Check na check! At may 100% vitamin C pa. Lahat yan, Tang gets it done.
Sarap! Mami, more pa!
Kiss muna sa cheeks.
This is brought to you by Tang, with real fruit extract at may 100% vitamin C pa. Kapag kintab ng sahig ang pag-uusapan, dito na tayo sa number 1, Star Wax Floor Wax. Kintab ay to the max.
Tayo na't maglinis ng sahig, kuminding-kinding tayo mga misis. Kapag kintab ng pag-usapan, dito na tayo sa number 1. Mag-Star Wax Wax, Star Wax Wax. Yan ang kintab na to the max, max, max.
Star Wax ang number 1 floor wax. May waterproof formula. Buhusan man ng tubig, balik kintab ang sahig.
Mag-Star Wax Wax, Star Wax Wax.
Star Wax, di amoy gaas.
Star Wax ang number 1 kintab na to the max.
Star Wax Floor Wax, ang number 1 floor wax. Manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation, ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS.
Dumarami na ang guminhawa gamit ang Mighty C.
Ako si Anita Gitelan, isang vendor. Yung allergies ko dati sobrang pahirap sa akin. Nag-Mighty C ako na wala ang allergies ko. Salamat sa Mighty C.
Kontrahin ang mga sakit. Vitamin C na alkaline base. Mighty C.
Shield Bath Soap, sabong antibacterial. Shield Bath Soap, amoy pawis ay tanggal.
Unbeatable ang Shield laban sa germs that cause amoy pawis versus another brand. May Shea Butter Moisturizer pa sa presyong abot kaya. Kaya recommended ng Philippine Nurses Association.
Shield Bath Soap, sabong antibacterial. Shield Bath Soap, amoy pawis ay tanggal.
With regular use, Shield, galit sa sakit, may malasakit. Shield Bath Soap, manufactured by ACS Manufacturing Corporation. ISO certified, world-class quality.
ACS. Itong ating TGP, tagapag-alaga ng may sakit. TGP, tagapaggamot ng lahat. TGP, tagapagpagaling ng Pilipinas.
Parami ng parami ang guminhawa sa Santon Plus Herbal Capsule.
Ako si Norma Capinya, isang sari-sari store owner. Palaging sumasakit ang kamay ko at may panginginig. Uminom ako ng Santon Plus Herbal Capsule. Nakatulong talaga na mawala ang panginginig ng aking kamay.
Mabibili sa mga suking butika.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Santon Plus Herbal Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ang hirap talaga ng buhay ng naghahanap buhay. Ang aga ng gising, sabak sa traffic, stress sa trabaho.
Buti na lang, nandito ang DZXL 558, ang inyong gabay sa hanap buhay. Araw-araw, tutok na sa balita, sa serbisyo publiko, sa komentaryo at iba't iba pa na nagpapagaan ng buhay ng naghahanap buhay.
DZXL. Bago sumikat ang araw, sumabay na sa biyahe ng mga balita dito sa DZXL Express.
Sa paghahanda sa umaga at pagpasok sa trabaho, nandito ang fresh na unang radyo, unang balita.